What is up, everybody? We're here with a deck profile of what I'm playing for this format. You may have already seen the deck in action earlier this week. It is Tearlament. So, let's get into it. It's the Horus engine, the Horus build. 3M SETI, 1 happy. Thank you to my friends that were able to help me get them SETIs, because I didn't want to give up this deck. I tried to play Branded Chimera under the new list. Wasn't a fan. Much more a fan of Tearlament. So M-SETI and the Happy plus the King Sarcophagus makes up the engine. Being able to make Zombie Vampire and recur these for free so long as you have the King Sarcophagus on field is so dumb. Again, and also Zombie Vampire for the mill 4. And you can either special summon a monster from your 4 that you milled, or one of the 4 of your opponents. So that's 3 Fenrirs for disruption, and it's also a free search for Tearlament Kashtira. Tearlament Kashtira is your miller for the deck, basically, since Yugioh and Kelbeck are banned, sadly. Three Reinhardt. It's your Armageddon Knight. When you summon it, send a Tearlament name from your deck to the grave. When it's sent to the graveyard by card effect, get rid of a Tearlament in your name, Tearlament card in your hand. Special summon it. Recursion, plus also leads into Bahamut Shark Toad plays. 1 Merly, 1 Havness, 1 Sharon. Basic, they're at 1. Sadly, they're at 1. I wish they were at 2s. Or if Konami gave us back Kalos, but oh well. Galaxy Soldier, basically, where you discard, get rid of exact wording, sorry. Send 1 monster from your hand to the graveyard. It special summons. And also mill 3, all that happens at once. When your opponent activates a monster effect, special summon it, mill 3. When it is normals or special summon, mill 3. And of course, when they're sent to the graveyard by card effects, you can use them as fusion material to summon by putting them in the bottom of your deck. 2 King of the Swamps. I still love this card, even though we don't have a Yugioh and Kelbeck, but being able to summon something like Rukalos or the Fusion Grapha if you play it is so good. Plus, it also can take the name of Rhinoheart to summon Kaleidoheart. It's also an Aqua, so it can trigger Kaleidoheart as well. 2 Nessie and a Mothman. I'm not really a fan of the Danger Engine, but we do need some kind of an extender to make some of the waves happen. Plus, also they do trigger the Tearlament names when they're sent sent off their effect. So you can make the argument, but they also feed into making Mud Dragon, if need be, to go into a rank 4 play for Redoer or Bahamut Shark. Mali, again, Dark, gives you a free copy if you banish it from graveyard. It's a level 6, so you can make Beatrice. It's also a Dark, so if he's into either Garua, if he's more into Mud Dragon, plays again. Plus, if you use it and Garua, you can make Beatrice, which can send something later, or continue to send cards, depending on how your field is looking and what you've already used. 1 Keldo, 1 Madura, Shufflers to trigger the field spell. 1 Deshrudo to make Barone. 1 Night Sword Serpent when it's sent to the graveyard by card effect. Special summon it, and you can use it to make Bahamut Shark really quickly in this deck. Deshrudo, Dark, again, feeds into Mud Dragon plays. Plus, you can also use it, target level 4, make it level 3, and synchro with either Fenrir or Kashtira Tearlament to make a Barone. So that's for the monsters. For the spells, 3 Pellerinos, 2 Screams. That's it for the Tearlament related spells and traps. Mill 3 when it's triggered by card effect. Add a Tearlament trap. Add a Tearlament monster when a Tearlament name is shuffled back into the deck. Target 1 card and pop it. All fusions and Tearlaments gain 500 attack And also, this makes all monsters on the opponent's side of the field lose 500 attack. So it feeds into stat changes. 2 King Sarcophagus. You need it because you're playing the Horus engine. Mseti searches it, plus also draws a card, so you just replace what you've used with Mseti. Discard a card to Foolish Burial up to 4 times. You have to discard for each Foolish Burial. And if this is on the field, you can bring back the Horus monsters for free, which is so good. Getting basically a free rank 8 every turn, or just beat sticks every turn. 2 triple text talent, draw 2, steal a monster, or look at your opponent's hand. Still a good card. 1 Foolish Burial good, send Sulik, Scream, or Trevor Karma. Either or. I don't know if I'm going to keep this in the deck, honestly, but it could search you a way to get your play started. 1 Foolish Burial. Again, it's another card to send cards to the graveyard. Lastly, for the traps, 2 Suliks, permanent negate, and also you can set. It also sends a Tearlament name from your field to the graveyard, so you can trigger an effect to do something else. Last trap card, 1 Trivia Karma. You can banish it. You banish it from the graveyard to add a card, add a spell or trap that mentions Visa Starfrost, which is any and all basically Tearlament spell and trap cards in this deck. So that's it for the main deck. For the extra deck, 1 Rukalos to make sure we don't get nived. We play the we play King of Swamp. You could play Grapha if you wanted to. Kaleido Heart. Been able to spin cards is pretty good. That's it for the Tearlament fusions. 1 Mud Dragon, 1 Dangerous, 1 Garua, 1 Draco Stapelia to round out the rest of the fusions. Honestly, I don't make this card at all. It was there as a flex spot. That could probably be a Grepha, or if you keep it in there, it's another way to make Beatrice. Garua, make a lot. Draco Stapelia, always. And Mud Dragon, always. For the Link 2s, Dark, this deck is majority Dark, so you can make it. And Dark is the most popular attribute. Probably this year is going to be a Fire. Fire is going to be very popular as well. But being able to take dead cards from your field, make Dark, take a Dark from your opponent's graveyard just to feed into another Link play, such as Sprint to send Merly to fusion again. Lastly, SP Little Knight is probably the Link I make the most as another disruption and as a way to banish problem cards. It's one of the best cards probably of this year. 1 Synchro, just the Barone who doesn't like an extra negate. Toad for a negate. Bahamut Shark just to bring out Toad for the negate. Time Thief for Doer. You make it to trigger effects such as like Sharon, plus also being able to steal the top card of your opponent's deck during either standby phases is pretty good. So there are some times where it comes up where you need the spell card effect to draw a card. The monster effect, obviously, to banish itself and trigger, again, let's say Sharon, because that's the majority of what it's used for. Or using the trap just to spin a problem card. All 3 of those effects are useful in this. Beatrice, just send a Tearlament name to get an effect, or you can send a spell or trap. Basically, you can send anything in the deck. For the most part, you're probably going to send a name to fusion summon on your opponent's turn in order to push for a little more damage, or just being able to summon it for another 25 damage is also reasonable. Lastly, Zombie Vampire is the last card in the extra deck. Again, no Kelbeck or Yugioh. So make this off the Horus engine, make this off the Horus engine, detach, mill top 4, look at what you and your opponent's mill. You can pick a monster from either side and special summon it to your side of the field. The cards that you send off Zombie Vampire do trigger their effects, so you are going to at least have 1 to 2 effects depending on what you mill. Note, you do not have to summon if you don't want to. That part is optional. So you can just use it to mill 4 cards and trigger effects that way. But there could be useful times where you use Zombie Vampire and hit, let's say, a Cashier of Fenrir off your opponent's deck, or if you're playing the mirror match and get really weird, you can take their Cashier of Fenrir, Cashier Tearlament, or Merly, for example, summon it to your side of the field and use it and trigger some of your effects. So that is it for the deck. It's probably what I'm going to be playing for the entirety of this format. I tried playing like Branded Chimera, and it just wasn't for me. I didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed playing Tearlament. So that's it for this deck profile. I want to thank you guys for watching this, and I will see you guys later.